Hey Coug fans, Beth O'Donnell here with another edition of This Week in Cougar Athletics. Each week we bring you the top stories, highlights, and let you know what's planned for the week to come. So let's get started. Men's basketball recorded a win against Eastern Washington this past Saturday during Dad's Weekend. Senior Brock Modem had his fourth career double-double with 23 points and 10 rebounds against Eastern Washington. WSU shot 55% for the game and out-rebounded the Eagles 47-34. The Cougars defeated the Eagles 88-69. Cougar Swimming defeated Northern Arizona last Friday 146-116 points. Freshman and reigning WSUCougars.com Female Student Athlete of the Week, Lori Olson won 3 events to lead WSU, while junior Emma Johansson won 2 individual events for the Cougs. Cross country competed at the NCAA West Regional Championships Friday in Seattle. Sophomore and reigning WSUCougars.com Male Student Athlete of the Week, Todd Wakefield, led WSU by finishing 14th overall, while junior Ruby Roberts was the top Cougar woman, finishing in 50th place. The WSU men finished 7th, while the women finished 19th overall. Wakefield was named to the 2012 NCAA Championship field and will compete Saturday in Louisville, Kentucky. Cougar soccer took on Portland at the NCAA 2012 Championships Friday in Portland, Oregon. WSU and Portland tied 2-2 in regulation, but the Cougars lost 6-5 in the shootout. Senior Brandy Vega had her 8th goal of the season, while sophomore Nicole Sutherland scored her 3rd. Vega finished her WSU career 6th in points with 55 and tied for 6th in goals with 21. This was the 4th time in the last 5 years Cougar soccer has made it to the NCAA championship. Cougar football fell to number 17 UCLA Saturday during Dad's Weekend, but kept it to a one-possession game. Senior linebacker Travis Long had 2 sacks and 3 tackles for loss, giving him 20.5 and 42 for his career, respectively. Both marks share in the top 6 in school history. Sophomore Connor Holliday threw for 330 yards and had a career-best 5 touchdowns. The Cougars outscored UCLA 29-7 in the second half. Women's basketball hit the road to Minnesota this past weekend for the Best Buy Classic. Freshman Leah Galdiera set a WSU freshman single-game record with 33 points in her Cougar debut against Minnesota. The Cougars lost to Minnesota 87-83 after the second overtime. Sophomore Tia Presley led WSU with 13 points against South Dakota State University, but the Cougs lost 65-56 in overtime. Galdiera was named to the all-tournament team after scoring 45 points in 2 games. WSU took on both number 1 Stanford and California last week. The Cougars fell 3-0 against Stanford and fell 3-1 against Cal. WSU sophomore J.C. Harris tallied 13 kills, 13 digs, and 2 aces for the Cougars against the Bears. Now let's take a look at what's going on this week in Cougar Athletics. Men's basketball will start off the week by taking on Utah Valley at 7 p.m. Wednesday in Beasley Coliseum. This game will be televised by the Pac-12 networks. Then the Cougars will take on Pepperdine at 7 p.m. Friday in Malibu, California. The Pepperdine game is the first of 3 straight away from Pullman. Women's basketball will take on Monmouth at 5 p.m. Friday at home in Beasley Coliseum. This game marks a 3-game homestand for the Cougars. Then WSU will take on Wisconsin at 1 p.m. Sunday in Beasley Coliseum. Cougar volleyball will have 2 games at home this weekend. First, WSU will take on Oregon State at 7 p.m. Friday in Bowler Gym. This match begins the first of 4 straight home games to close out the season. Then the Cougars will play against number 4 Oregon at 7 p.m. Saturday in Bowler Gym. Sophomore Todd Wakefield was one of 4 at-large selections from the West Regional to be named to the 2012 NCAA Championship field. The race will be held Saturday in Louisville, Kentucky. Cougar football will head on the road to play against Arizona State noon Saturday in Tempe, Arizona. The game will be televised by the Pac-12 networks and can be heard along the Cougar Radio Network and WSUCougars.com. That's all that's going on this week in Cougar Athletics. Be sure to check out WSUCougars.com for schedules, results, and highlights. Until next week, I'm Beth O'Donnell. Go Cougs!